Today we are going to be talking about reporting in Apex DX. There are a plethora of reporting features available in DX. We have already discussed batch reporting in another video, and today we are going to be primarily focusing on the reports section in the ribbon of DX. There are a number of ways that you can copy and paste plots and pages from DX into other programs such as PowerPoint. Simply click on the plot that you would like to copy and press Ctrl+C to copy the plot. And now it's ready to be pasted in a program like PowerPoint with Ctrl+V or a right-click paste. You can adjust it exactly like you would a normal image. Additionally available, we have the Copy to Clipboard button, or Ctrl+Shift+C in DX, which will copy the entire page layout onto the clipboard for similar pasting. Here in a new page, I can hit paste, and now I have the entire page available to me in my clipboard. The next available reporting method that we have is the Print button up here. I already have a number of pages here, and I can see more pages in my preview if I go to 5 and hit refresh. Now you can see I have a number of pages here already made for export as a PDF, and I can set this up in a number of different ways. It doesn't only have to be a PDF. PDF is the default and recommended choice, but depending on your organizational needs, there are lots of options here. You can export to an image, which includes a number of different common image formats, along with a quality slider here. You can also print if you would like to a PDF or just to a printer that is connected to your computer via the network. I'm going to switch back to PDF. We have a file name wildcard here that you can set up using these different keys. When you hover over the file name, you get a handy tooltip that says the different keys that are available, along with the output, which says what the resultant file is going to be called. We have a number of options here, landscape and portrait for the printout, as well as a paper size and whether or not you want to have margins and how much those margins are going to be around the sides of the page. Additionally, we have our preview settings here, which I mentioned just a moment ago, which allow us to see what this is going to look like beforehand. And finally, we have some extra options where we can either embed or separate our validation report into our PDF. Of course, a validation report is always available in DX. Also under the report section, we covered validation reports in a little bit more detail in another video. And then finally, we have header and footer information, and you can set a custom footer here if you have a company logo and would like it to replace our logo here in the bottom of the page. I'm going to go ahead and click Save, and that is going to prompt me to choose a location where I can just select my desktop. And once that has exported, I can return to my desktop and open that up. And now we can see that I have my report here formatted and ready to go. The final reporting option that I would like to talk about today is the Tabulate button. The Tabulate button will export a tabulated CSV of the data that is currently shown on the page or across all of the pages. So I can select a range of pages, a specific page, or all pages to export. So if I click OK here, I will navigate to my desktop and select this folder, select my file name pattern and hit OK. And once that's complete, I can go to my desktop. And as you can see, I now have a CSV for every one of the plots I have across all of the pages in my design. If I open up one of these, you can see all of the values that are shown on that current plot. These tables are also available in DX through the right-click menu. If I right-click on a plot, I can click Tabulate Envelope or tabulate whatever the plot is, and that will give me the tabulated list of all of the points that are currently visible on that plot. If I were to zoom in or zoom out, the number of points in this tabulation will change. I can always export this to a CSV the same as I can using the Tabulate button up in the report section of the ribbon. Finally, you can export individual images of plots if you would like by right-clicking on the plot and hitting Export Image. This will give you an option for selecting the type of image and all of the file name and directory information that you have here, the same information and settings that are available to you in the print settings. So if I click OK on this, it will have me open up a program here. I'm going to click Paint, and we can see that this image is now available to me in Paint where I can save it as a file.